Growing up as a kid in the city of Saginaw, I remember playing basketball on the asphalt, the parks. Wherever it was, if there was a rim, we were gonna play basketball. We always use a term of endearment, Sag Nasty. We referred to Saginaw as Sag Nasty. I remember him before his famous back-to-back slam dunk championship win. He went and had Sag Nasty tattooed on his forearms. And he says, when I win this, I'm gonna represent my city. And sure enough, as soon as he won, he put his fists together and you saw Sag Nasty. And it was a term of endearment for him. It represented the city that he loved, that he worked in. Saginaw is a blue-collar city. We all understand what it means to work hard. My parents were all General Motors employees. My grandfather came here from the South because of the hope of a better future working for General Motors. Because of that moment in time that Jay Rich said, I'm gonna rep my city, everyone would refer to Saginaw as Sag Nasty. As time continued to go, I said, this is super duper powerful. But many people who didn't understand the legacy of the word Sag Nasty, we said, we gotta change the name of Sag Nasty. It's gotta be something different. We don't wanna be called the Nasty. But they didn't understand that young kids for decades were growing up playing sports, basketball, and Sag Nasty was their connection to the heartbeat of the city, the heartbeat of this community.
Definitely there are challenges here in Saginaw. We have people governing us that are removed from the people. And so there is a challenge there with getting our elected officials to sometimes see what the needs of the community are.
Whether we know it or not, and I have been preaching this forever. This community, this city is going through gentrification.
It's a challenge, but it's also an opportunity for us to be the change literally that we want to see here.
When it comes to closing schools, when it comes to changing neighborhoods like gentrification, when it comes to mistreating senior citizens, when it comes to money and the disparity of who gets what, those are my fights. And I'd like to see that kind of thing happen with young people like Mr. Bowles in the organization. They stepped up with something new.
My name is Jeffrey Bowles. I'm the president of Saginaw CAP, which is Community Alliance for the People. Our ultimate mission is to build community power. A lot of times the community isn't heard. They're not in conversations that they need to be in, even though, tax money comes actually from the people. And so we saw that, that separation as a need and really bring the community in and have them back into the conversation where they belong.
Saginaw CAP, I've watched Saginaw CAP since the beginning. One of the first big things I remember Saginaw CAP for is when the ARPA funds came out, and there were a lot of residents in Saginaw who were getting their water utilities shut off.
So this money is coming, right? The money did come, but when we start advocating for it, then that's when the tone changed for as far as leadership. And it was like, hey, calm down with all that. In the midst of the ARPA dollars, we have water shutoffs coming. In the middle of a pandemic, when hygiene is its utmost importance, water is life, it's non-negotiable. So if we are in a residence where we can't get fresh water or clean, affordable water, that's a problem. This is America. This should not be on the table. And that's how we started that.
Saginaw CAP is making sure that we're growing the city, being the change that we want to see, giving the people voice and helping to mobilize people. We were instrumental in making sure that the north side of the city was not zoned industrial. We got the conversation started on ARPA, and that was something that was really huge.
CAP, the work they do here in the community, it's definitely something that we need, and I'm all for it. And with Saginaw, it's kind of hard to get a lot of support for if you're doing something, because everybody here kind of has the mindset that if it's not theirs, then it's not good, right? And so with CAP trying to get everybody together in a unity, right, support, I feel like that's kind of good for me coming up and growing older, about to be an adult in this city.
These conversations that they are starting now, these things that they are putting into motion now, are gonna come into fruition at some point. We're gonna be able to look back and be grateful that they started these conversations and brought these people to the table and pointed out, you know, the issues that we needed to address.
Every day I am seeing the footprint of CAP, and it's inspiring. I see us impacting legislation. I see us being more on the development side.
I would say our next goal is to go outside of Saginaw, because a lot of what's going to happen with policy, and policy is very, very important in these conversations. I mean, we can talk about what's wrong, but then we get to the solutions of how to fix it. And how to fix it is oftentimes with policy.
We can't have agencies and organizations that are sitting in their ivory towers, researching and deciding this is what we need to do. That's why CAP is such an important organization, because they are unabashedly and unapologetically trying to make sure the community voice is heard.
It's important for people to know that there are people like the CAP group, so that they'll know that there's some place that they can engage. There's probably someone who wants to do something that doesn't know how to get started, know how to connect. CAP is that place where you can connect and then fulfill your own destiny together.
We here in the city of Saginaw are on the precipice of something that's great. Change is necessary, change is inevitable, and change can be our friend. My desire is to see the community be active in that conversation and play an active role, so that this new population that we build for doesn't completely replace the CAP population that has lived here and has loved Saginaw.